Good evening. Today, I thought we would try something different, and it looks like I forgot to change my stream description, so hold on a minute. Let me fix that. We're going to be looking at a website today called Board Game Arena. And there is an option for board games in the categories. So I'm just going to do the generic board games. Today is no longer Sunday. I have to change that to Monday. Playing a few random games in Board Game Arena is a format that I might do for more casual nights, just because it's a fun website. Playing a few, I should say semi-random, because really I'm going to choose all the games. It's just I don't know what I'm going to choose. All right, there, I fixed the description. Sorry about that. All right. Sorry about that. All right, let's get into it. So we come over here to our website. As you can see, I'm already logged into Board Game. And Board Game Arena is a very good site for playing games, for trying out games before buying them. Because it lets you actually play the games in your browser so you don't have to do any downloads. And you can play with random people all over the world. And you can use these games to practice for when you go so you're ready when you go to real game night. You can use them for trying out new games before you decide whether to buy them or not. There's a whole lot of advantages to using Board Game Arena. So it looks like there's a lot of new games as well. Tonight we're going to focus probably on games that I already know how to play. Because if we focus on games that I already know how to play, we won't have to waste time on instructions and stuff. Dice Hospital Emergency Rule. I don't know. We may do some of these other ones. Some of these look fun. There's also some games in beta. So yeah, they're adding new games all the time. Wow, Dice Castle. There's a lot of games. Wow, okay. For sure, yeah, I like the idea of short games. Yeah, there's a lot of games here that I want to learn how to play. But we're not going to do too much. If we go to my recently played, we can see all the games that I've played before. Wow, so there's a... Let's start, I think. Let's start with a classic and basic game, Yahtzee. Because we can play that relatively quickly. We can go through a round or two of that in the same amount of time it would take us to play even a short other game. So we're going to do a two-player game. Game speed, normal, option. I don't know what EAMS is, so we're just going to take it as is. We're searching for opponents. We're waiting for our random opponent. And it's okay streaming because because this is browser based. Because this is browser based, the other player will never know that they're on a game that's being streamed. There's like no communication with the other players. Well, there is a chat box, but you know, they only exist as like an avatar and a username, so I think we're fine. If you guys in chat want to play with me, I will gladly take challenges from chat if I know the game. Alright, so yeah, I will take challenges if any chatters show up. Alright, we're playing with somebody named Dan Blow. Okay, let us begin. And we're going into our game table. And you'll see as we play different games, you'll see how they all work within the browser. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 6. So a 1 or a 5 will give me what I need. I rolled the wrong thing again. But that is a small straight, I think. I don't remember how to... Shoot. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is a small straight. I need to remember how to do this. Oh, that's how you do it. You just click on it there. Okay. Alright. It's been a little while since I played Yahtzee in here, so sorry about that. Six, 6. Yeah, let's keep the 6s. We'll keep the 2s. Now we should be able to keep the 6s. Oops, but hey, that's 4 1s. We got a Yahtzee. We'll go for 6s again. That's actually a full house. Oh, we're getting a lot of 6s. Let's go for 6s again. Well, we've already got our 2s. We've got our 6s. I'm actually gonna take our 3 of a kind, which is a weak move. But in order to get the bonus on the counted on the numbered scores, you need to get 3 of each on average. So we're gonna do a couple throwaways. We need to make it up on the high rolls now. I still need my 4 of a kind, my large straight, and And actually, let me make this smaller so we can see a little bit more of the scorecard. We'll go for 4s. We'll go for our 3s right here. So we need our 5s, our 6s, and we need one of those to be 4 of a kind in order to get the bonus. We also need our regular 4 of a kind, and we need our large straight. The thing that's helping us in this game is we got that Yahtzee early on. And the player's holding up the game. Alright, here we go. We'll keep the 1, 2, and the 4. 3. Okay, we need this to be a 5. That was weak. That was a weak chance. So we need large straight, 4 of a kind, 5 and 6. Alright, let's see what we can do here. 1, 2, 3, 5. Alright, let's see what we can do. Can we get the 4? No. Yes! That was what we call lucky. So we're missing 5, 6, and 4 of a kind. We will go for the 5s right now. Aw. Oh, we gotta take it. We're not... The only way we get the bonus is if we get 4 of a kind 6s on the next turn. He can't get the bonus, though. So we have the Yahtzee going for us. We could still win this thing. Alright, we have... Solicitor, let's just keep going. Let's go for 4 of a kind on 4s. Aw. That hurts us. But we don't want a 0 on 6s. The only thing he can do here is play his 2s. So he missed the bonus. We're keeping whatever 6s we get here. We just missed the bonus as well. Final score. I win. I won this game. And then we will go back to the main site and we will pick another game to play. You know what? Let's do one more Yahtzee. It says... All right. So we will do 2 players again. Let me click how to play real quick and see what EAMS is. All right, I'm looking at rules real quick. All right, I can't see what it says about EAMS, so... here's a rule summary. Okay, so it's a slightly different series of categories. We're going to go normal. We have opened the table. After this round of Yahtzee, we're going to go pick another game to try out. We're mainly going to only pick games that I already know how to play, or that will come. We're playing against Brian the Lion. Ooh. Build at $30 yearly. I had premium at one time. I let it lapse, but if I can be billed only once a year, I may consider going in premium again. We've already got 3 5s. Let's go ahead and use the 5s as our opening score. Let's see if we can dominate again. Board games are all about fun and, of course, winning, but mostly fun. You know what? We're in good position. Let's go for the 4s. I could just, yeah, let's go ahead and take the full house. Let's not refuse a bottom line when we have it in front of us. Because the bottom section, you can lose a lot of points there if you're not careful. We're going to do another dice game next, I think. Ooh, he's got 4 of a kind sixes. All right, let's see. Let's go on the 4s again. I want to see if I can't get 5 or 6 on 4 of a kind. But that puts us in good shape for the bonus so far. We've already got 4 2s. We'll take the 2s. That's a no-brainer. Let's try it for 6s. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take our small straight. Actually, let's take one of these 6s and try and roll again. We didn't get it, so let's take the small straight. I've always been pretty decent at Yahtzee. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've already got the large straight. Let's not mess around with that. Let's grab our points. So let's see. We still need 1s, 3s, 6s, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, Yahtzee, and chance. Let's go for the 3s. Ones, 6s, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind. Oh man, he got a Yahtzee. We're going for the 1s. Okay, 3 6s will give me the bonus. So we got the bonus. We still need our 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, and Yahtzee. We still have our chance round open as well. We got a Yahtzee. Let's go on the 5s. Let's attempt for 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind. Alright, we have to go for 4 of a kind or chance here. It's a very close game. He got the bonus also, unfortunately. He's going to have to take a 0 this round, it looks like. Alright. 4 of a kind and chance are still open to me. You know, we're keeping that 1-6, and we're going to put the rest on to chance. Okay, he's just looking for 4 of a kind and full house. We're just looking for 4 of a kind. It's going to be close. But we used our chance, so we have to hit some combination of 4 of a kind here. We're going to keep the 6. We have to blow our 4 of a kind. That was bad. So we lost this game, unless they blow the full house. Okay then, we won by 1 point because they blew the full house. Alright, that's enough Yahtzee. Let's play something else. Let's play Can't Stop. That one's fun. I can't afford the yearly. It won't let me make a table for that game. I really want to play it. What games will it let me make a table for? I want to be the one making the table because I want to be in control of the settings. Forbidden Island's fun too. Can we make a table on For Sale? Let's make a 4-player game. Or yeah, 5 players is fun for this game. Game speed normal. We'll do standard. Alright, so let's give this a try. You know, let's make it a 3-player game. There are currently no available tables, so we have to wait. There's a couple longer form games I might go into tonight as well. King of Tokyo is on here. Ticket to Ride is on here. I do want to play Can't Stop, though, so I'll see if I can join a table later. I'm just not ready to dive back into Premium when I don't play this regularly enough to justify it. But that's going to change soon, because I really do enjoy the site. Sorry, there was something stuck in my keyboard. For Sale is a fun game. You have to bid on properties, and then you have to play the properties to score. If they get to 4 players before we get another player, I'm just going to jump onto this table. All right, let's be a little flexible. I'll be flexible on rounding. All right, we're just waiting for a game to have players. Oh, they left my game. Okay. We'll come back to this game. I don't just want to be sitting here waiting. Let's see, what did I put into favorites? I'm just curious. So how do you... Oh, here's how we get to favorites. Ticket to Ride. They had just added Ticket to Ride last time I came here a few months ago. Let's see. I think they only have the... This is also good as a 3-player game. Ticket to Ride goes on kind of long if you're playing in person, because there's so many pieces. A 4-player game? Okay, it's worth a try. Oh, it's not letting me join that one. Alright, we're in a game. We're playing with Anso53, Emily9191, and Perseph. It looks like they still only have the original America board. Ticket to Ride, the physical game, there's like 10 different maps. Actually, it's more than that by now. Let's see. Where do I have to go? Let's keep those 2, and we'll throw out the other card because it's not near where I'm working. It's nice that this version of the game highlights the cities you need to go to. I might do that as a branch. When playing Ticket, I generally draw spend the beginning of the game drawing train cards for a few turns, building up my hand, so that when I start running the trains, I can move pretty quickly. In the case of this game, because it's a 4-player game, if I get enough cards to hit one of my links, I'm going to go ahead and claim it. The tricky thing with streaming a game like this is if I was playing with people in chat, they could see my hand and stuff. Still, we'll have to play on the trust system if I was to have any chatters challenge me. We are getting a nice spread of colors, but we're not getting quantity in the colors that I need. We could be drawing for a while. Alright, we can claim the first link that I need at least. We're going to claim Omaha to Chicago. I'm not ready to do that yet. Let's just draw some more trains. I am feeling a little burned because I do have to hit Los Angeles. Alright, let's at least get into Denver. Let's get into Denver, then I'll worry about Pittsburgh and Los Angeles and Helena. There's a lot of pressure in this game right now. Yeah, let's go into Salt Lake, and from there I can try and get into Los Angeles. Although I have different things I can do down here. So let's not do that yet. Let's just go for some more train cards. Okay, I need... Oh, yeah, it's not my turn, right? Alright, now I'll be able to hit Pittsburgh, which is another one of my highlighted cities. And then I'll be halfway done with my 2 route cards. We want to claim the black side of Chicago to Pittsburgh. And that completes my first card. So I now need Helena and Los Angeles. But I could go multiple ways. So I'm actually going to draw routes here to see if that helps me decide which way I want to go with this. Yeah, that's nowhere near where I'm operating. Neither is that. Or that. Ah, that's a sucky hand. But hey, let's do this. Calgary, Phoenix. We can run Denver up through Helena into Calgary. And then we can run down into Phoenix and hit Los Angeles by way of that. No, we can't. Oh, shoot. Our only way into Los Angeles is by way of Vegas and Salt Lake City. I need to make sure we get that onto the board. So we can hit Helena that way, so we're not wasting too many extra trains. You know what? I have to go for it. I need to make sure I get these 2. All right, good. Let's go into Los Angeles. Shoot. I still need Phoenix. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, we're going to have too much branching. Well, let's take Helena, and then we'll worry about Phoenix and Calgary. Alright, let's keep getting train cards, because I need 5 whites to get into Phoenix. Right. I'm a little trigger happy there. I need 4 of a color to get into Calgary. Oh. That blocks off my alternate way into Phoenix. Which means I have to hit it on the whites. We have too much branching to get the longest route bonus, but we're in good shape if we can complete these 2 other links to get the we're in good shape to get route scores. If they're they're holding up the game. I don't like that. All right, we're moving on. We're almost an hour into stream, and we've only played a couple of Yahtzees in this. I want to try and join a Can't Stop since it won't let me make one. Okay, we've got the cards we need to hit Calgary and Phoenix. I'm just trying to stay afloat right now. The game position does not look so good for me anymore. But if we complete Calgary, we can take route cards again. And then we are all we're getting close to endgame though. Our train work is a little messy. That's for sure. We're going to do route cards. I'm not there. Ouch. Yeah, I'm nowhere near there. Tell you what we're going to do, because I'm nowhere near any of these. We're going to take the 5-point burn and try more routes next game. We'll try for better routes next turn. I'm already in Calgary and Salt Lake City. That's an automatic 7 points. Los Angeles, and I've already completed that route as well. We can throw out Vancouver, Montreal. I mean, there's still technically, I still could technically get there. But we're low on with, let's attempt for Vancouver, Montreal. So we're going to take 2 blues to claim Vancouver. And we're going to go to Montreal by way of Toronto. So I think after this, we're going to try and join a Can't Stop room. And then we're going to try and join For Sale again. And I want to try and get a King of Tokyo and or Dice Forge going tonight as well. So, oh, I was going to use that link. But there's hope. There's still a way in. Let's take Vancouver. And then we'll spend the rest of the game trying to get the cards I need from Montreal. There's still technically one way into Montreal. If we can get that card, then, ouch, okay. This is tight now. Crap, okay. I need 2 whites, 2 reds, and let's take this yellow so we can claim that at least. And let's start looking for our whites. It's all lost if I can't get the whites, but let me at least play. I need to make sure I get those. So I lose 25 points if I can't get 2 whites. But let's get these on the board at least. Oof, they're very low. I need a lucky draw here. They could throw endgame next turn. They only have 2 train cards, though. But it could, if they match, that could be enough to throw endgame. Oof, okay, I need to match 1 more card. Final round. No! No, that's not fair. I lost 20 points because of unlucky draws. The only thing I can do here is try and make sure I'm not further into the hole. They're all high point cards, and none of them are in cities that I even touch. We lost 33 points in missed routes. With 1 more turn, I could have taken that loco, played that, and boom, I would have gotten that link. I'll be happy not to get last place. If I get last place, I'll be totally upset. No! I never get last place in ticket. I'm mad now. I never get last place in ticket. Alright, what else is on favorite games? Let's try that again. Alright, so good. It won't let me create a table for that game. What just happened? Alright, we're waiting on a table now. Hosted by Payman Rezvani. We've been going over an hour. They booted me! Okay, let's try... Let's just try to do a King of Tokyo. I don't know what all these things are. King of Tokyo is really fun. You're basically a bunch of giant monsters trying to take over Tokyo. Or I should say, competing to take over Tokyo. If we can't get into a for sale, this may be the last game of the night. I have other things I need to get done before I go to sleep, but if I do better in this game than I did in Ticket, I might be inclined to keep it going another couple rounds. Dice Forge is fun too. We're definitely going to do other board game. We're definitely going to do more board game arena streams in the future. Maybe we'll pick another game after this. You know, it's a really fun board game, but I'm not. It hasn't been on the site, so I have to check and see if they've added it or not. Is Planet? If they have Planet, we're definitely going to play that after King of Tokyo. All right, we're playing with Reza 1998 and Danimal Man. We have to pick our monsters. Oh, and he included the expansions. Ooh. There's some really nice monsters here. Wow. But you know what? We're going to be the Anubian. Hmm. All right, I'm going to stay because, oh man, he's going to hit me for 3 attack. Boy. You can't heal if you're in the city. We're going to stay for 1 more turn and pray. But since I'm in Tokyo, everybody takes the damage, not just one monster. Next time I hit, I'm going to leave Tokyo so I can heal up a bit. Oof, that's going to be a big hit. Leave Tokyo. I'm out of Tokyo, which means the animal cannot hit me directly. Only Reza right now. 2 health. I need to take all the healing I can get this next turn. Okay, so Danimal went in to Tokyo. We need all the healing. Oh, he left Tokyo. I'm forced back into the city. That sucks. I wanted to heal some more. We're leaving the city. We need healing. That wasn't good enough healing. What are these poison tokens? Oh no, he put me back in Tokyo. Oh no, that's game. They're going to keep the damage and knock me out. I'm not going to continue to watch them beat it out. But that was bad. I'm usually pretty good at that game too. I just kept getting bad rolls. Let's search. Okay, they don't have the game planet. What's small islands? I was looking for small world. I don't know that game. Let's go back and wait at the can't stop table some more. Nothing. Okay, let's end the stream on a losing streak then. Because I don't feel like taking the time to learn something new. That wouldn't be entertaining to you while I read the instructions. So, who's on? Who are we rating? A lot of people are on today. We're rating Composy. She's just coming off a month-long break, so we're going to rate her because we haven't rated her in a while. She's a very good musician. You'll enjoy the show. Sorry you couldn't see some wins tonight. Well, you did with Yahtzee. We won both the Yahtzee games, but sorry we played poorly in the main games. And we'll be back on Board Game Arena soon. We'll probably be doing a lot of this over the summer. Have a good night. Night. But I'm missing a page. Hold on. Okay. So I don't even know if it's on here. Giraffes. Uncle Evie! Welcome in. I'm just for fart just gonna go ahead and just go rogue for a minute.